Good morning everyone, guess where I am today? I'm actually on board RM1941 on Heritage Route T15 and we're leaving Tower Hill on the start of our journey to Trafalgar Square on this fine November day in November 2025. Our driver for today is the one and only Mr. Ross Newman, and the conductress for the day is Sarah. So we're heading west. We've just left Tower Hill. We're just approaching All Hallows by the Tower, this church with the green spire, coming up on the left hand side as we head towards the City of London. On board RM1941. Hope everyone's all keeping well, keeping out of trouble and mischief and all that sort of thing. I am, as you know, I try my best. And I've actually literally just come back from a wedding hire, which I've done on RML 2331 with London Bus Company. So I'm on my way home now, but I thought I'll drop by, say hello to Ross and Sarah on the T15. So here I am, enjoying a little ride on this wonderful bus service here in London. So very shortly we'll be turning right into Great Tower Street as we head towards the eastern part of the city. Straight ahead, that's Upper Thames Street, and you've got the Custom House building just behind those traffic lights on the left hand side. So we're now turning into Great Tower Street. You can just see the Sky Garden just there, the walkie-talkie building which houses the famous Sky Garden. Thank you for enjoying my recent vlogs. I thought I'd do this one. Probably this one might be the final one of 2025, but you never know, there might be one more to come. You know me, I'm always full of surprises. Onwards we go. So we're now in the eastern part of the City of London. Next stop will be the monument, from where the monument to the Great Fire of London was back in 1666. So very shortly we'll be crossing over from Great Tower Street into East Cheap. Got another route master coming into view. That'll be on the T1, I think. So this is the monument. So just on the left hand side is Pudding Lane, which was where the bakery was, where the Great Fire broke out. As you can see, coming into view just in the centre of your video is RML 2713, operating on route T1. It's special Hamleys advertising, and Wayne behind the wheel there. So just on the left hand side, that's Pudding Lane, which was where the bakery was, where the Great Fire broke out back in July 1666, where an oven overheated and everything caught fire. And of course back then all the buildings were made out of wood. Of course, when wood catches fire, wood burns. So in a minute we're coming to the famous monument intersection, where if you turn right at this junction, that's the A10 that takes you up to Cambridge, and if you turn left at these traffic lights, that's the A3 that takes you all the way down towards Portsmouth. We're going straight on towards Cannon Street and St Paul's Cathedral. So this street on the left is Fish Street Hill, which is where the monument is. But this junction here, that's where London Bridge is on the left hand side. There's Monument Station. Very shortly we shall be passing Cannon Street Station on our near side. Bus stop for Cannon Street Station. Cannon Street Station just being on the left hand side, just behind this lamppost, just to the left of where that set of traffic lights is, where this taxi is waiting. Cannon Street Station, of course, being served by South Eastern train services out to the likes of South East London and the Kent coast, and also Hastings. If you look in the centre of your video, you'll see the clock tower of St Paul's Cathedral. That's Cannon Street Station just here on the left hand side, which was rebuilt back in the early 2000s. So this is the western end of Cannon Street, originally named Aldwych Street because this part of the city was where they used to make candles back in the 1600s. On the right hand side we've got the famous Sugarloaf pub. So we're now coming up to the Mansion House junction. We've got Mansion House Underground Station to the left hand side. And as you can see, St Paul's Cathedral is getting ever more closer. There's a cathedral just there on the middle right of your video. So next stop on the service will be St Paul's Cathedral, well St Paul's Churchyard for the back end of the cathedral. So there's St Paul's Cathedral just there, in all its majesty. Sarah's happy in her job, as you can hear.
We'll figure it out.
So this stop is St Paul's Churchyard for the back end of the cathedral. St Paul's! So this is the southern transept of St Paul's Cathedral, which you can just see over there. This of course being the cathedral which was rebuilt following the Great Fire of London. Rebuilt by Sir Christopher Wren in 1675. Onwards we go. Also on the left hand side is the footpath that goes down to the famous Millennium Bridge. So this is the stop for the front entrance to St Paul's Cathedral. So this is St Paul's Churchyard. And then very shortly we'll be turning into Ludgate Hill as we head towards Ludgate Circus. over advert that reads Enviro 400 City there. Just gone past on the right hand side. So we're now heading west along Ludgate Hill as we head down towards Ludgate Circus and City Thameslink.
Circus, City Thameslink.
Next stop is City Thameslink Station, where you can change for Thameslink services to Bedford, Brighton, Streatham, Wimbledon, Greenwich, Croydon, Gatwick Airport and other parts of the campus. The City Thameslink's just on the left hand side. Straight ahead is Ludgate Circus itself. And also Ludgate Circus is where the River Fleet runs underneath on the course of its long journey from Hampstead Heath all the way down to the River Thames just down the road in Blackfriars. The River Fleet being one of London's many hidden rivers, and hence the name. Very shortly after this junction we head into the eastern part of Fleet Street. On RM1941 there's actually a buzzer. Instead of the bell, it's actually a buzzer that advises the driver to stop and go. I much rather prefer the bell, but dark master people, dark master ways. The traffic lights are changing to green here at Ludgate Circus, so we go westwards into Fleet Street. Black building in the middle of your video, that used to be the old Daily Express building in all its Art Deco finery. This fine building here in the middle at the centre of the video, that used to be the old Daily Express building. And the building with the blue clock just beyond that, that used to be the old Daily Telegraph building. Because back in the 60s, 70s and 80s, Fleet Street was where all of Britain's newspapers were published, up until the late 80s when they were moved out of London because it was cheaper. Also, this tower in the middle of the video coming up, that is St Dunstan's in the West Church, where Fleet Street eventually becomes the Strand. And also this red brick building here on the corner of Chancery Lane and Fleet Street, that was where Sweeney Todd had his barber shop back in the 1700s. The fearsome Sweeney Todd and his barber shop, aka the demonic barber of Fleet Street. So rumour has it that where this red brick building is, that's where Sweeney Todd had his shop. Sweeney Todd and Mrs Miggins. Next up will be Chancery Lane for the Inns of Court, and of course the Royal Courts of Justice. So this stop here, this is Chancery Lane, which serves all the Inns of Court, where all the solicitors, barristers and other legal eagles learn their craft. So that's Chancery Lane at this junction where these traffic lights are. Chancery Lane leads off on the right hand side. Just beyond you have the old Bank of England pub, where there's actually a route master bus in the beer garden at the back, RML 2445. And also we've got the famous Griffin statue in the middle here, which denotes the historic boundary between the City of London and the City of Westminster. So now we've gone out of Fleet Street and we're coming into the Strand, the eastern end of the Strand, passing the Royal Courts of Justice on the right hand side. Straight in front of us in the middle of the road, that is St Clement Danes Church. St Clement Danes Church being the church of the Royal Air Force. So we've got St Clement Danes Church, which is this church just here, zooming in into the centre of your video. So this stop here is for the Royal Courts of Justice, but we're not stopping here because nobody wants it. So now we're coming up to the eastern end of Aldwych. So on the right hand side of the video, that's the Australian High Commission, or Australia House, which was also used as the Gringotts Bank in the Harry Potter film, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So we're going to be turning right onto Aldwych. So that's the Australian High Commission just here on the left hand side. So we're not stopping here either. So we're now on the eastern section of Aldwych. We're passing King's College and the London School of Economics on the right hand side, on the other side of the road. For all you brain boxers out there. Next stop on the service will be Aldwych. At this junction here we've got Kingsway, that leads off to the right hand side, which takes you towards places like Euston and Camden and King's Cross. Bush House is on the left hand side. We'll shortly be passing the Indian Embassy or the Indian High Commission on the left hand side. The Aldwych Theatre on the right hand side and the Waldorf Hotel on the right hand side.
Right, and off to Aldwych, Drury Lane! Aldwych, Drury Lane!
This stop is for Aldwych and Drury Lane for all you theatricals amongst us. There's one of the new EBD buses on the 188 straight in front of us. The new BYD, Chinese built BYD BD11 electric buses. The next stop on the service will be for the Savoy Hotel. We're actually doing quite well. On the Saturday afternoon it's not as busy as I thought it would be. So at this junction on the left hand side that's Lancaster Place, that takes you towards the northern side of Waterloo Bridge.
This is Savoy Street, Covent Garden! Woo-hoo!
So this is the bus stop for the Savoy Hotel. Savoy Hotel coming up very shortly on the left hand side. Savoy Hotel is quite a unique road because the Savoy Hotel, the entrance road to Savoy Hotel is actually one of the roads where you actually have to drive on the left, on the right hand side to get into the hotel. So we're now very shortly coming into London's bustling West End. As you can see, the Christmas lights are up already on the Strand, on this section of the Strand, as we head towards Trafalgar Square and London's bustling West End. So at this junction here, the left-hand turning here is the entrance to the Savoy Hotel, courtesy of Savoy Court. Lights are changing to green. So in the next couple of minutes everyone will be getting off at Trafalgar Square. So this stop here is Bedford Street, which is the nearest stop for the western side of Covent Garden. And of course the London Transport Museum, of course, just on the right hand side. Next stop will be Charing Cross, Trafalgar Square.
I need this one. This one? Yes.
Musimy wyjść z okiem po przewodniczącym rokiem. I ono na bok przejdzie.
You like it now?
Co, chce wyjechać? To im gra. My wysiadamy na następną, Miśka?
So on the left you've got a prime example of the two GPO K6 telephone boxes, designed by Giles Gilbert Scott, who also designed Battersea Power Station back in 1935.
Şöyle damla.
So coming up very shortly on the left hand side we'll come to Charing Cross Station. Charing Cross Station just being here on the left, along with Villiers Street, that takes you down towards the river and the Victoria Embankment.
Trafalgar Square, Charing Cross. This bus terminates here. Whoop whoop. All change, guys.
Private.
What I'm planning on doing is just stay on, go round Trafalgar Square and then get off the other side of the road.
Oh yeah, don't get them.
Okay, and round we go. It's amazing how many people actually stop and pose by the bus. Just goes to show how iconic the Route Master bus is. So what we'll do now, we're just running out of service round Trafalgar Square, round the roundabout, and then we'll be coming back on ourselves on the other side of the road, where we'll stop off for a few minutes, let Ross and Sarah have their break, and then I'm going to go home. As you can see, our 1941's looking really festive at the moment. Sarah's sorting out all the baubles and decorations on the bus. This is how we put pride into the job. There's young Ross in the driving cab there. Young Ross at mission control. There we are, we've got the green light. 25 minutes in and it's not been a bad journey. The traffic's been good so far. So here we are at the southern side of Trafalgar Square. On the left hand side that is Whitehall, that takes you down to Westminster. Straight in front, covered by all the scaffolding, that's Admiralty Arch, which takes you down to Buckingham Palace. Next turning on the left, that is Duncannon Street, that takes you towards Piccadilly Circus. So straight in front of us is the National Gallery and the southern side of Trafalgar Square and the base of Nelson's Column. There's St Martin's in the Fields Church on the left hand side. So very shortly I'm going to get off from RM 1941. Make my way back home to sunny Morden on this overcast November day. So we've gone back into the Strand. There's a Forest Monster on the normal 15 on the left hand side. LT397. And this is my cue to go. So what I'll do, I'm going to get off. I'm going to head off now.
Tower Bridge, Tower Hill.
Cheers, Sarah. See you soon. Yeah,
Take
bless
care,
you.
mate.
Cheers. So I've just got off RM 1941. Cheers, Ross. Alright, just get a shot of RM 1941. There's young Ross on the wheel. There's its radiator. Perfect. So there you are, guys. That's RM 1941 on Heritage Route T15. Let's just get offside view of it before it eventually goes. There we go. Look, we've got old and new together on the 15, T15 and the normal 15. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's only 27 minutes long. I'll focus it on RM 1941. If I don't see you before, I might do a vlog just before Christmas. If not, then I might do another vlog in the new year, depending on the mood at the moment. But what I'll do, I'll sign off for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you all soon, and I shall say ta for the like.